Dr. Mrs. Michelle Adaeze Mbaeri to brought in Adaeze to present the keynote address. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you heard, my name is Dr. Michelle Adaeze Mbaeri. I'm an Orlu citizen. May I use this opportunity to say a very, very big thank you to Chief Ben Agudobi and the entire Orlu Intelligentsia group in UK for giving me this opportunity to address you today. Today I'll be discussing what good we must do to restore the mindset of Orlu indigenes back home towards a progressive, productive community where honesty and integrity will breed a more just and equitable society. I decided on this topic after listening to a reading from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 9, verses 16 to 30, where he told the story of a young man asking Jesus, "Teacher, what good must I do to have eternal life?" During our earlier Intelligentsia meetings, we reminisced on all the old times when we were growing up back in our villages, how we used to enjoy the harmony between brothers, sister wives, children and comrades. We remembered our moonlighting days when we used to do the Egwoma, the traditional festivities of our people, the Emume, the Nwowan, the New Yam Festival and others. In those days, we didn't have televisions or mobile phones, but we were happy, or shall I say happier. Fast forwards, we expressed our happiness at the state of things in Orlu zone as a whole. The state of health care where a poor man does not have access to good health care, and yet good health care is a fundamental human right. A child has no access to good education, and therefore compromising any aspect of social mobility. Our school buildings languish without proper care, school curriculum stagnate, and teachers lack sufficient guidance and support. Our youth dream of getting rich quick through criminality instead of hard work. Parents jail their children into unhealthy competition with their peers instead of nurturing them with the seeds of wisdom and morality. Places of worship are driven by greed and the way of gold. So, our youth have fled their fatherland, and our villages are depopulated and dying a slow, painful death of desertion, where the elderly are abandoned to their families that are supposed to be a cohesive bouquet of love, protection, and support have become a den of disenchantment and detachment, thanks to our pastors of practical Christianity. Our communities paint a dark picture of humanity, and our social system has become tattered and chaotic, to the point that some of us now wonder, is this the end times? To make it worse, we've lost trust in our government to deliver good public health, security, broad-based prosperity, so that people may get a fair chance in life. But it's never too late. We can do something, individually and collectively. We can inspire our youngsters to dream again. We can rebuild our troubled land. We've gotten to the stage where we must take responsibility for what everyone else does. The decisions we make will affect us because there is still no formula to avoid the consequences of our actions. Some of us must have heard the cliche, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes collective responsibility to shape a just society. So, we cannot ignore the impact of individual actions in our communities. We need a fresh and bold approach to change the trajectory of poor outcomes in our societies. This can only happen if we embark on a corrective action from bottom up and from top down. It can be quite challenging and frustrating, but we can change people's concept about life, social justice, and equality. There is no freedom without responsibility, because other people are part of what we are responsible for. Our families and our friends, neighbors, and communities. Individual responsibility can be used as a catalyst for creating the society we want. A just society is that where we hold ourselves to the standard we hold others. We should be the example that the rest of the society can look up to. That is responsibility. I often tell my children that our lives interact with so many others, like a jigsaw puzzle. We are not complete without others. We affect the very fabric of society through our personal choices, because our choices may shape the lives of those we may never meet. So, what are we to do? There are some issues I would like us to focus on education, healthcare, child nutrition, and digital transformation. On education, it's a process of giving intellectual, moral, and social instruction to someone. It is about the development of minds of our children, youths, and older population. It is the best solution to poverty because it opens doors for children who would otherwise be lost in poverty. It is the most important way to inspire and train young minds, and the cycle of poverty may not be broken unless children receive education. Education helps children to develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and this will equip them to question the world around them. When people are provided with knowledge and skills they need to succeed in life, they are eager to get involved in civic engagement, thereby contributing to their communities towards a more just society. So, we must go back to the grassroots and educate our children towards being responsible and contributing to other people's well-being. We must teach accountability in our schools, and I go as far as saying that we should introduce a mandatory subject on civil responsibility. This way, we work towards reshaping our society in a positive way. How we can help? The exchange rate for dollars and pounds have risen exponentially. And while it raises the cost of education for our people back home, every one of us in this chamber can sponsor a less privileged child in our villages, from primary to secondary and where possible, university education. You can also mentor a child, sharing your experience with them in order to inspire and guide them. And this can be done remotely. I know, because I have done it.